I'm rubbing this on my hands first. I don't know if you can read it. We'll do what the beauty bloggers do. Go like that. Saying. It's Sage Peppermint Halo. It's my favorite. And one of my yoga students got it for me after I mentioned that it was my favorite. So I'm rubbing this on my hands first, just because I feel like we need to breathe and just really take a moment to slow things down. Hi. Hi, I'm Lisa. If I don't know you, most of you I know, and I have either danced with you or I've done some kind of yoga or fitness with you. And I wanted to just do a free yoga flow today because I feel like everyone is feeling overwhelmed with everything in the news and just even with social media. So I just wanted to have a moment with everyone where for 35 minutes plus, because I think the ending portion, I'll talk about that in a second, we just need to move and breathe and take a moment to slow things down. Watching the news, there's been a lot of information, so I think it's just important for everyone to take a moment, at least, even if you're working from home, to take a moment throughout the day, whether it's a dance party or a dance class or a yoga class, or there's so many online classes going on right now, which is amazing. So I just wanted to do that for my friends and my clients and my people and my yoga world, and just provide that for you. So I have a playlist that I'll actually notate in the IG story later, but there's some really awesome artists that I've worked with or have listened to and have discovered through Instagram, which is awesome. I love Instagram for that. It creates this nice network. So we're gonna start, and we'll just, if you have either a blanket or a mat or even a pillow, because we're gonna start the first part, you can either do seated or you can lay down. It's just gonna be a breathing exercise, visualization, meditation, and I usually like to start my classes off that way anyway. So we're going to get on our mats, and then we'll start moving and use a yoga flow. I have my mat back there so that you can see me when we do our actual flow. You can actually see like length and what I'm talking about in reference to body. But for the first while, we'll sit and just get with our thoughts and our breathing. And again, I was saying at the very beginning, I'm using some peppermint oil, essential oil. Don't touch your face. One, just because we're not supposed to. And then two, because it's peppermint and you'll burn your eyes. So, but I'm rubbing them like on the inner parts of my wrists, and then you can just take like a big deep breath, yeah, and it just feels really nice. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start some music. You guys can get comfortable in your space. It's a little bit on the darker side just because I wanted it to feel like a yoga class, and that's how I usually have my yoga classes, is without fluorescent lighting. And yeah, let's go. So the music might not be very loud in the beginning because I just want you to be able to hear me. But again, I'll post this playlist in the IG story after, so that you guys can listen to all the dope artists that are on this playlist. Hi guys. Okay, so we're sitting comfortably, however you feel comfortable sitting. And you're just gonna close your eyes. Now, if it feels better for you to have headphones in so that you can actually hear my voice and the music, that's totally fine. However, whatever works, you know? That's what I think is one of the positives of this whole thing that we're going through right now, is to just be able to just see what happens and see what we need and pay attention to those things, as opposed to like having to have set answers all the time. So, sorry, that was just a little bit of my information, but you're gonna sit tall. If you're laying flat, just make sure that your lower back connects to the floor, and if you're seated, try to sit as tall as possible. Focus on the center of the forehead, the third eye. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And just feel the rib cage expand as you inhale. Feel everything opening up, lungs expanding. And then as you exhale, feel everything coming back in towards center. So every breath is an intention. Every inhale needs the exhale, and every exhale then needs the inhale. You're just going to take a few of those rounds in through the nose. Try to take about 5 seconds. And then as you exhale, back out through the nose. Pay attention to where you might be holding tension. If you're holding tension, or if you know that you clench your jaw a lot, you can just, with my knuckles, I'll usually take index finger, middle finger, knuckles, and just gently massage that area. I know you're not supposed to touch your face, so just make sure that you wash your hands before and after your practice. And you can do the same thing at your temples too. So right at the temple area, just a little circular massage. Doesn't have to be fast. Usually I'll pay attention to areas that feel sore. So if maybe I feel like I've been thinking a lot that particular day and there's tension here, I'll just hold where I feel that. And then I always want to shake my hands out and release that. I don't want to hold on to any of that tension. Shake it out, right? Remove it. And then I want you to visualize from the top of the head all the way down to the feet, any areas that are feeling tension, tight, sore, maybe you have a previous injury, whatever you need to pay attention to. I just want you to zero in on those spots for a moment. Without labeling it as good or bad, just observing, right? We're just checking in. What needs extra care today? What feels sore? What feels like it needs a little bit more love? And on the inhale, you're inhaling a big deep breath. I want you to visualize the areas that you highlighted, any areas that are sore, painful, discomfort. And as you breathe, visualize that area as a red color, but then turning into a cool blue color. So almost like you're trying to heal that particular spot, whether it's your previous injury, something that just feels funky because you slept weird, or tension, but just inhaling big deep breath, seeing those red areas that are injured, and then exhaling a cool blue color. And these seated visualization meditations you can always do. You don't have to take very long. You can take 5 cycles of breath and just sit or lay down. And then if you are seated, I'm gonna have you lay flat for this next part. I'll keep sitting upright so that I can talk to you, but I want you to go ahead and lay flat, either on your mat or on your carpet or wherever you are in your space, and just let yourself lay flat in this almost Shavasana position, but in the beginning of class. Shavasana translates to corpse pose, which is just you laying down with your arms alongside you, legs out. So go ahead and find that position. If that's uncomfortable for your lower back, you can bend your knees and have your feet be flat and then press your low back into the floor. So you're just breathing here. And as you lay in this Shavasana position, just listening to me guide you through this next portion. On your next inhale, stretch your arms up and towards the back corners of your mat. So I'm actually going to move to my mat, just in case you're visual. flat, trying the best that you can in the space that you're in, right? Find an X shape. So your arms are gonna reach to the back corners, legs to the front corners, and just relax here. Start to roll through your ankles and your wrists, going one way and then the other way. Gently rock your head as if you were saying no. Just feel the weight of the head heavy on the floor. On your next inhale, lift your left leg barely off the floor. You're going to pull it across the body over to that front right corner, lengthening that left side of the body. So it's like you're folding yourself in half. That left arm is long, reaching away. The left foot is long, reaching away. And then relax in the center. On your next inhale, as if I pulled your left hip back onto your mat or floor, slowly come back through center. Find that X shape again. And just observe, just notice, right side, left side, what does it feel like? Without judging. So now we're going to take the right leg barely off the floor, pull it across the body over to that left corner of your room, and then feel that right side stretching away from right foot. Right hand away from right foot, relax, folding in half. Now if the muscles are tight, you might not feel that leg or that arm connect all the way down to the floor, but you should be able to fully relax. So try not to grip the muscles as you hold here. Try to find that relaxed position. Should feel nice. Should feel like a relaxed, you're just folded in bed on your bed. Instead, you're on your mat. We're going to take that right hip gently back through center. Stretch to your X shape again. And then just observing. So again, not necessarily labeling it as good or bad. You feel one side more than the other or what have you, but just observing what you feel. Keep finding that 5-second long inhale and 5-second long exhale. Inhale, send your arms up towards the ceiling alongside the body. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears and just relax here. Bending through the knees, feet flat, back flat. Start to take windshield wiper knees, just gently rocking side to side. You might feel a nice stretch on each external oblique as you let the knees fall gently to the sides. You can even hold for a beat if it feels nice. Eventually find yourself back at center. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs. You can lift your head and your upper back off the floor. Curl up into a ball for a moment. Feel your abs engaged, everything working. Point through the toes, head is lifted. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck. And then inhale, relax, release back into the floor. Exhale, we're going to take yoga toe lock. I don't know if you can see my hand right now, but it's left, or this is my right arm. It's index finger, middle finger, thumb, and you're gonna wrap that around your same big toe, right hand, right big toe, and then same thing on the left side. So I'm gonna go into happy baby position, which is a nice relaxing position. It looks funky, but it's nice for the inner thighs and the hips. Your back is flat, the soles of the feet are facing the ceiling, knees heavy to the floor. So I'm just relaxing here, opening up the hips. Some of you might even want to rock side to side, or those of you that are maybe more flexible in the inner thigh or used to doing things like middle splits, my dancers, you can start to stretch right heel towards the right wall. Obviously be easy on the hamstring, it doesn't have to be a straight leg. Take a breath there, and then you can switch to the other side. And then if you're feeling like you're warm enough or you want to work on your center, you can also do both legs at the same time. Just be gentle here. Again, rocking side to side is nice too. So we start off nice and gentle. We're going to go into a flow just to get the heart rate up a little bit. Nothing too challenging. All levels and all ages can do this class. I just wanted to get people moving because I feel like it is necessary, and it feels good to just be able to separate for a second. So start to bring those legs in from here. Hug the legs in as gently as you can on the surface that you're on. You're going to rock the legs a few times. Now, if you're on a really hard surface, like I'm on a hard surface, be careful of your back, right? If you're on carpet, then this should be okay. But I'm just trying to activate my abs a little bit and get the heart rate up. Rounding the back so that I don't hit any particular spot. And then eventually I want to come to feet flat. So you can push yourself up gently. Find the center of your mat and let yourself fold forward, Uttanasana. So you can hold that, keep holding. So I'm just checking my cameras and stuff. You guys doing okay? Hi! Okay, so we're gonna start to move. You're in the middle of your mat. Upper body just folded forward. For those of you that are a little bit more flexible, you can start to press your hands into the floor. If you're barely able to fold forward, just do what you can. As long as you feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings and in your lower back, that's what we're going for. Shake your head out as if you were saying no. And yes. And we're going to bend your left knee. Keep your right leg straight. Take the left hand to the outside of your right ankle. Right arm up towards the ceiling. So just a deeper twist. Again, do what you need to. If you have to bring the hand up higher, that's totally fine. And feel that stretch in the low back, the hamstring. Let the top of your head fall to the floor so you're relaxed in the neck. And switch. So now the right leg is bent, left leg straight, right hand to the outside of my left ankle, left arm up towards the ceiling, and I'm letting the top of my head fall to the floor. And feel free to move things. You don't have to just stay and hold, right? You should always be lengthening or trying to go deeper or just move through so you can feel it in a different spot. Release, come back through center. And then just roll the shoulders a few times. Keep holding that, I just want to talk to you for a second so that you're understanding what that forward fold pose is for. Uttanasana is really great for concentration and getting the blood flow moving. So anytime you can forward fold, as long as it doesn't hurt your hamstrings or your lower back. Again, you can always do like a slight bend in the knee, or you can have your hands on a block, just so that you're not overstretching, right? But Uttanasana is really great for clearing the mind, which I feel like a lot of us need right now. So I'm finding that forward fold. Now we're gonna bend through the knees, roll up, slow motion. Let your head be last to come up. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Take a moment to just feel tall here. Lower back is relaxed. Breathing, so you're still feeling that rib cage expand and come back in towards center. So this pose, even though it just feels like we're just standing here in Tadasana or mountain pose, there's a lot of grounding that's happening. Anytime you can practice yoga outside and actually be in nature with your feet attached to the actual ground, there's just this energy exchange that takes place, and you can replicate it just by being aware and present in your position. So I'm feeling my feet connected to the earth, the arches of my feet pulling up so my ankles are supported, and then feeling this tall lengthening that leaves through the top of my head up into the air if I was outside, right? But going through my ceiling out into nature. And then the forearms and palms are facing your front wall. Shoulders are pulled down so the neck is nice and long. And from here, we're gonna go into a sun salutation, your Surya Namaskara. If you've never done yoga before, this is kind of like your warm-up, so it's pretty chill, and I'll talk you through it, so you can just really follow along. So I'm gonna go to the top of my mat. I'm going side profile so you can see what the positioning looks like. We inhale, arms reach out and up, looking up towards the ceiling. Keep the back of the neck open, so we're never letting the head just collapse onto the upper back. On your exhale, press the palms together, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. See the floor, or let the hands rest on the shins, but not the knees. On the exhale, release the hands to the floor. Walk or hop, Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana plank. Shift forward, lower down, and then shift forward again. Find your version of upward facing dog. Now, I'm in full upward facing. I don't recommend that if your lower back is susceptible to being tight. You can walk your hands forward and find cobra, or you can take them all the way down to the elbows for sphinx, which tends to be a little bit easier. Roll the shoulders back and down, open chest. And even here, I'm pointing through my toes, so energy leaving toes and top of the head. On the exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up towards the ceiling, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Open up your shoulders here. For the first downward dog of class, I always tell people to move through it. So pedal through your feet. Wake up the knees, the hips, your major joints. Yeah, the ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists. You can shake your head out gently here. Maybe lift the heels and then press the heels down again. Bend through the knees or shift side to side, forward, back, whatever feels good. So you're just moving through your downward dog. On your next exhale, bend through the knees, lift between the hands, walk or hop the feet in, Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, diving all the way back up. So we're gonna do that again, but we're gonna add on another 2 poses. So from here, we exhale, diving forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release, hands to the floor, walker hop, Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana. Shift forward, lower down, Chaturanga. Shift forward again, press up. Your version of Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog, or cobra, or sphinx. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From here, we're gonna turn your left foot out about 30 degrees. Step your right foot through between the hands and find your warrior one, Virabhadrasana cup. So facing my front wall, I want to try to get both of my shoulders and my hips to face forward. On the next exhale, I open up the torso to face my left wall for warrior two, Virabhadrasana cup. Or kaha, sorry. Little bounces here just to open up those hips. Find stillness. Inhale, big deep breath. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, right, left, pass through, plank. Shift forward to your chaturanga, and then up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, or cobra, or sphinx. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. On your next exhale, turn the right foot out 30 degrees. Left foot steps through between the hands, warrior one. So now we're on the left side. Now I'm thinking of my right shoulder and my right hip facing forward. Relax your toes. Inhale, big deep breath, open up to your warrior two. Now your torso is facing your right wall. Little bounces if you need it. Breathe. On your next exhale, cartwheel your hands down, left, right, pass through plank, then to your chaturanga, to your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, or cobra, or sphinx. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing. Inhale, big deep breath. Exhale, bend through the knees, look between the hands, walker hop the feet in. Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, dive all the way back up. Bring hands to heart center. We're gonna do that flow one more time, all the way through. So first, sun salutation to your second portion, so A and B. And then we'll finish with some meditation on the floor. So just try your best to move through this and flow. Don't worry about what it looks like or if it's correct. Just pay attention to the body feeling good and moving. Yeah? So we start at the top of the mat. Inhale. Arms reach out and up. Exhale. Diving forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Hands to the floor, walker hop, Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana. Shift forward, lower down, Chaturanga. Shift forward again, press up. Your version of upward facing. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back. Downward facing. Inhale, big deep breath, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend through the knees, look between the hands, walker hop the feet in, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, diving all the way back up. Exhale, diving forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release, hands to the floor, walker hop, Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana to your chaturanga, to your upward facing or cobra or sphinx. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing. We turn the left foot out 30 degrees here. Right foot steps through between the hands. Find your warrior one, Virabhadrasana cup. Opening up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana kaha. Inhale, big deep breath. Exhale, cartwheel, hands down, right, left. Pass through Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana to Chaturanga. to your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, or Cobra or Sphinx, to your downward facing dog. Inhale, big deep breath. Lengthen the spine. As you exhale, turn the right foot out 30 degrees, left foot through between the hands, warrior one. Virabhadrasana Ka. Opening up, warrior two. Virabhadrasana Kaha. Inhale, big deep breath. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, left, right, pass through plank, Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana. Chaturanga, upward facing, your version. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend through the knees, look between the hands, walk or hop the feet in, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, diving all the way back up. Bringing hands to heart center for a moment. So finding your Anjali Mudra, that's hands to heart center, and then focusing on the center of the forehead. I'm going to have you come back down to your mat into child's pose, and I'll show you that in a moment, but I just want to let you know that for this next song, this is a 528 HZ, and it's binaural beats, and it's meant to assist with your cells. And I believe that this one in particular is for healing. Let's check. Yep. Healing, which I think we all need. Sometimes I'll use like a Sanskrit song that promotes healing, but I felt like this might be a little bit more fitting so that you could listen to it, whether in your headphones or just while you practice. So for the next portion, I'm going to have you slowly come back down to your mat. Let me show you what child's pose is in case you aren't familiar with the position. I'm going to come to my knees and take my big toes towards each other, my knees out to the sides, and I'm keeping my seat as close to my heels as I can. Then I'm going to walk my hands forward, let my forehead rest on my mat so that I'm completely letting go and relaxing and releasing. So go ahead and find that for yourself. Some of you will find that the knees being a little bit more wide or feet being a little bit wider is better feeling. So whatever feels best, please do that. But for the next few moments, because I think we're at about 35 for the practice, but I also wanted to provide breathing and meditation and just music and movement so that we could all feel connected and just feel like we did something healthy for ourselves today. It's Saturday, yay! So enjoy the next few moments. I'm just gonna let this music play. And again, it's an 528 HZ. And just hearing it can assist in your meditation and in your practice. So whether you're laying flat or in child's pose, if child's pose isn't the most comfortable for you, you can slowly transition by rolling up, let your head be last to come up. And then take yourself to Shavasana, just like we did in the very beginning, where you can either go feet flat, knees bent, and relax, or you can stretch the legs all the way out into your full Shavasana. Let your eyes close. Feel your shoulders pull down away from your ears. have yourself feel completely relaxed on your mat. This song is about 15-20 minutes long, so I'm just gonna let it play out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you. You don't have to leave. You can just listen to the music. I'm gonna let it play for the next however long. I believe the song is 15-20 minutes long, so feel free to just listen and melt into your mat. Thank you guys so much. Namaste. Start to wiggle your fingers. Start to wiggle your toes. You can keep your eyes closed. And whatever final Shavasana position you ended up in, slowly start to come out of it, just by hugging the knees into the chest or maybe rolling to one side comfortably. Nice and easy, slowly come up to a comfortable seated position, just like in the very beginning of our practice today. Roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and slowly let your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take this relaxed state with you throughout the rest of your day and weekend and upcoming week. Namaste, you guys.